there, and welcome to Anvil. In the next 3 minutes, I'll give you a quick tour of the Anvil Editor to help you get started building web apps with Python.
This app is a simple contact form that's not yet finished. Over here on the right is the toolbox where you can find components to build your user interface. Let's add to this contact form by dragging and dropping a button component onto the page. We can change the look and feel of components by setting their properties. From here in the object palette, we have easy access to some common properties. I'll click on the pencil icon to change the text of the button to read Submit. Over here on the right, below the toolbox, is the Properties panel, where you can find all of the component's properties. All Anvil components are represented by Python classes. Clicking on the Code button at the top of the designer shows us the Python code for our form. Here we can write code to add functionality to our app. Let's make our button interactive by writing a function that will run when the button is clicked. To do that, I'll switch back to the design view and click On Click Event from the object palette. This will automatically open up the code view and set up a function that will run when the button is clicked. Over here on the left is the app browser. Here we can find all the forms and modules that make up our app. Our app has a server module. Code written here runs in a secure server, which makes server modules the perfect place to write functions that we don't want users of our app to be able to see or touch. There's already a function in my server module, which is decorated with anvil.server.callable. This means we can call the server function from our form code. I'll do that now by using anvil.server.call and passing in the name of the function and any arguments it takes. Okay, we now have a simple app working, so let's see how to run and publish it. Clicking the Run button at the top of the editor runs our app in a debug environment so that we can test it out. I'll add some info to the form and click the Submit button, which should print out our message. The output from our app appears here in the running app console, and we can see that it's working. Let's now publish the app to the web so that others can access it. If we click the Publish button at the top, we can easily deploy our app to the web. A URL is automatically created for us. We can change it, switch it to a private link, or add a custom domain. If we go to the URL, we can see our live app. Every Anvil app has a built-in database. Clicking on the data icon in the sidebar menu brings up your data tables. My app already has an empty table. Let's update the function in our server module so that it adds a row to this data table every time the Submit button is clicked. We can access the table using the App Tables API. Now if I run the app, add some info, and click Submit, my data will be added to the data table. Let's make sure that it's worked. There's a lot more to explore in Anvil, including user management, sending and receiving emails, and connecting to external servers and databases. If you want to learn more, click the Help button at the top right of the editor to find links to our documentation and community forum. If you don't know where to start, why not try our feedback form tutorial? It's a great way to learn the basics of Anvil in more depth. Thanks for watching.